Today I am bringing you a book review. The book that I just finished yesterday, actually, is called Everlasting, and it's by Angie Fraser. It's her debut novel. The cover is gorgeous. It was a gorgeous book, lovely. Scholastic sent it to me a couple weeks ago to read and review, and I just got done with it. It actually hit shelves yesterday, so I'll repeat this at the end, but you should go and buy it because it's out now and it's really good. Everlasting. It's about a girl named Camille Rowan who is 17. She lives in San Francisco with her father. She's used to a life of sailing with her father to different port cities, but then she's told that she has to marry a guy she doesn't really love because it would be a convenient business arrangement between him and her father. So before she's resigned to this married life that she doesn't really want, her and her father go on one last voyage, and they set sail from San Francisco to Australia. And along the way, something goes terribly wrong. There's a storm, a very violent storm, and the ship is wrecked, and she barely survives, and her father doesn't. She's rescued by the first mate, Oscar, who is this 19-year-old sailor. She's always kind of liked him, and she's never really supposed to like him because her father doesn't want her to fall in love with the sailor. She and Oscar end up in Australia after this shipwreck, and there's all these secrets. There's a secret letter that her mother, who she thought was dead, wrote to her father. So her mother's alive, and in Australia, she also finds out that there's this cursed magic stone that has the ability to bring a person back to life. So once she reaches Australia with Oscar, she realizes that she can find her mother, and from there she can find this stone and bring her father back, and that becomes her goal. So that's kind of what the plot summary is without giving too much away. And other than that, the characters, I love the characters, Camille and Oscar, and they have a little shady sort of businessman sidekick, comic relief. He's actually a really strong character, and I really liked him. He was really funny. The dialogue was really good. I laughed a lot. The adventure was really good, and the description was really good. I'm not using a lot of variety with my adjectives, but what else is there to say? I mean, it was a really good book. I would definitely recommend it. Everlasting by Angie Fraser. Once again. It was just really nice, and I really enjoyed it. It's about 330 some pages, so it's a pretty average length young adult fiction book. Yeah, it's like a sort of romance slash fantasy adventure. There's not a ton of romance, but there's a little bit to keep you intrigued. And then there's just constant adventure, plot twists and stuff. And the ending I thought was really, I mean, you just have to read it. And it was never slow. The pace of this book was never slow. Stuff was always happening, always changing. You will get through it very quickly. And the only reason I didn't finish it sooner is because this is my last week of school. Actually, tomorrow's my last day of school, so I would have finished it sooner if it weren't for all the studying that I have or haven't been doing. Go buy this book. It came out yesterday. I'm sure it's at Barnes & Noble and Borders and Amazon.com, obviously. I would highly recommend it. It's Angie Fraser's first novel. It was a great book. So thank you. And for my next book, I'm going to be reading Linger, which I've also already mentioned. Maggie Stiefvater, I know that's how you say it now because I looked at her FAQs. Maggie Stiefvater's Linger, and I just started it. And this comes out in July. So I'll be reviewing this and possibly other books because I go to the library and get about 10 books every time I go. Like this one. Birthmarked. I haven't read that yet either. I'm sure there's some other books around here that I may or may not read. So I'll see you later.